Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads Mahabharata88. As you may remember, the Brahmin insisted on Arjuna getting his weapons and go rescuing his cows. Arjuna tried in vain to pacify him. Finally, he had to fall in with his wishes. He decided to go and get his weapons. He did so. He followed the thieves. They had not gone very far. Their tracks were still fresh. Arjuna followed them, rescued the cows effortlessly, and gave them back to the Brahmin. He went away blessing Arjuna and praising his valor. Arjuna went to his brother and asked him for permission to go on a pilgrimage to all the sacred rivers. Yudhishthira was distressed. He said, Arjuna, I don't think it's necessary. It was an emergency. It is not as though you deliberately came to disturb us. You had to enter. Please desist from this course of action. I do not blame you, and I am not offended. You did no wrong. But Arjuna was adamant. He said, my lord, it's not right to find excuses to prevent me going on my pilgrimage. We had imposed upon ourselves certain conditions. I must go according to that. Being a person who has always been righteous, you must not let your affection for me sway your judgment. Please grant me permission to go. With great unwillingness, Yudhishthira allowed Arjuna to go on this voluntary exile for a year. Arjuna had a pleasant journey. He reached the banks of the river Ganga. He went into the river to have a bath. When he was about to get out of the waters, he was captured by a very beautiful maiden. She took him to her palace under the water. Arjuna was astonished. He asked her the reason for her strange conduct, looking at him who stood looking at her with a smile in his eyes. She was overcome with shyness and said, I am the daughter of the king of Nagaloka. My name is Ulupi. I saw you when you were in the waters of the river. I have fallen in love with you. You must accept my love. Arjuna told her who he was and how he was on an exile for a year. He added, now that you know everything, you must let me go. I have to observe brahmacharya. You must see how impossible it is for me to please you, much as I would like to do it. He stood looking at her with a smile in his eyes. She said, I see what you mean. You have not, however, understood the conditions of your exile. You do not understand the position at all. Your brahmacharya stands as far as Draupadi is concerned. It does not apply to any other woman whom you are pleased to take. She bent her head in shyness. Arjuna was pleased with her and her beauty. He spent a happy night with her. The next day he returned to earth. He related his adventure to the rishis on the banks of the Ganga and resumed his journey. Arjuna proceeded toward the Himalaya mountains. After visiting all the sacred rivers there and in its neighborhood, he turned southwards. He bathed in the rivers Godavari and Kaveri. He then reached a place called Manalore. The king of the place was called Chitrasena. He had a daughter, Chitrangada. Arjuna fell in love with her. He went to the king and asked him for her hand. The king replied, in our family for the last so many generations, there has been an only child. This, my daughter, is an only child. She is all I have. I have brought her up with all love and care. Her child will be the heir to my throne. If you are willing to leave the child to me as my heir and not claim it, I will be very happy to give my daughter to the greatest hero in the world. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.